Miaou. Miaou, miaou, miaou. Miaou. Miaou, miaou, miaou. Let's go. Ça veut dire allons-y. Épisode 4, oui.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
J'ai plus de main.
Filthy swine! I'm going to open this damn door and skin you alive! You're not going to get the better of us!
Mother?
Louis, you've come around. How do you feel?
It hurts. Mother? I can't feel my arm.
Louis, I had to cauterize it with what I could find.
Where's my arm?
We'll get through this, Louis. Don't worry. I think I found a solution. You'll see.
We gotta leave. No, don't put your arm in there.
Louis, we can't leave without it. It's our last chance.
Non, j'ai
I need
encore une
to
main,
see
moi.
this through to the end. I must do it. We've done it, Louis. Look.
Stubborn as a mule.
Come on, up you get. I'll help you. Easy does it. You've lost a lot of blood.
And now what?
Let's take what we came for.
Non.
Yes. My carelessness has cost me dearly.
Yes, but even so, we haven't time to feel sorry for ourselves. Let's not waste another minute, Louis.
C'est dommage. Crypte. 23 janvier 1793. The Concile.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Do you know what we're looking for?
We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
I'm sorry, but
I don't remember anything specific.
It's the lance with which the Roman centurion pierced the side of Christ on his crucifixion.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well.
Ce serait fou.
Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis. I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed. Don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Mais non.
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You could tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient. I'd say it's several centuries old. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here? This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is in iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip. There's several spearheads. I need to find clues to pick the right one. Piaggi knows something about it for sure. The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. Is this the tomb of a king? Judging by all the sculpted symbols of power, this is really ancient. The inscriptions are all eroded. I don't know what those marks mean, but maybe a stone or an epitaph. honey. I couldn't have hoped for better. Well, we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable. We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
Si. Regarde. Attends, voilà. T'as vu? Disons que j'ai raté une énigme qu'il fallait pas rater.
This lance has a leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip. I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape. It is clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
Ouais. Malheureusement. J'étais trop nul.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
Attends. What? Mais attends, mais il s'est ouvert tout seul. Attends, il s'est refermé tout seul.
Let's see what we can find here.
Je deviens fou. Je devrais peut-être pas le faire. Ça coûte tellement cher. Allez.
Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside.
Rien. Waouh. On peut dire que ça valait le coup. C'est tellement long. Il vient aussi de ce côté, j'ai pas vu. Ah, ça serait ballot, hein.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III.
Il me restait encore un bras, je sais pas pourquoi. Je pouvais pas réessayer l'énigme. Déjà.
He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire. This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
C'est pour toi, Louis. Quand j'aurai fini de jouer avec toi.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape, but is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
What? Allez. Je sais pas s'il faut faire ça, mais... J'ai mangé full miel. C'est bon le miel. Allons parler au cardinal Richelieu. Le bon miel. C'est bon le miel. Dommage que bientôt il y en aura plus. Le miel va disparaître. Chou là, chou. Ok. C'est quoi ça? Oh, du miel encore. Et voilà, on a refait le plein de miel. Tout est moche. Est-ce que je vais voir dans sa chambre? Elle est où sa chambre? Il a pas de chambre. Il a une chambre, j'ai vu son nom. Ah, le jeu devient plus dur. Je sais pas. Pour l'instant, les énigmes... J'ai toujours pas trouvé plus dur que... ce qu'on a fait la dernière fois. Sa chambre.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Il n'est pas dans sa chambre. Gna gna. Les saints bordels. Les saints bordels. T'as le don pour trouver les mots justes, toi. Oh, il vient. Oui, je vais avoir besoin de toi, bloc-notes.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
Non,
I
saute
beg
pas.
your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You're not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So, you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Oh mon Dieu. J'ai le temps de voir, j'ai le temps de voir. Pierre a dit. Découvrir. J'ai rien trouvé sur lui.
Your Eminence, you're worrying me. What is happening to you?
Nothing, Louis. Just a moment of weakness, but I'm better now. I am all ears. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord
La
Longinus
mocheté.
has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Immunité, ok. Non.
No, you are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
Oui. C'est tout?
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
C'est tout?
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
Me protéger. Chasser les démons.
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me, you can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She, too, spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus.
Yes.
You deserve to be told.
His
spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
La mocheté, hein. Waouh, waouh, waouh. Oh là là. J'ai peur là. Salut George.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Hard to kill time on this island. Nothing ever happens. Gets a bit boring, don't you think?
Are you joking, my friend? I'm sure you're just being ironic.
Yes and no. It's true that the manor is full of books and works of art. Unfortunately, the subjects are restricted to Lord Mortimer's specific tastes. The Crusades, religion...
Yes, that's true.
By the way, have you noticed the representations of the Holy Lance he's got all over the place?
No. It was the last thing in my mind, to be honest.
Oh, well that's a pity. I would have enjoyed chatting about it, as I would have done with my mother.
See you later.
Ça sert à rien tout. Comment ça a sauté? Ah, l'autre là? Ah ouais. Écoute. C'est un risque à prendre. C'est quoi ce bruit? Oh.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Ça fait plaisir. Allez. Balaye bien ton petit carré là.
Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534. Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear.
Méfiance.
I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance. There's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No. If Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the Nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape.
Yeah.
But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
Très bien. Non. Non plus. Un livre. Ah si, peut-être. Non, pas cette salle. J'ai peur.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
C'est moi qui ai le livre. Je l'ai volé déjà. Ça doit pas être lui. On va parler aux gens.
Seems like he isn't here.
Mais non, il était par terre. What?
What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Wow.
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Ça me revient pas. Je sais que tu cherches un moyen de comprendre ce qui arrive à Elisabeth. Mais tout ça va beaucoup trop loin à présent. Déjà, votre escapade au continent m'a beaucoup coûté. Je sais qu'il n'a pas été facile pour vous qu'Elisabeth reste confinée un mois dans sa chambre. Ça se passe en 2020 ou quoi? Et de là à vous enfuir sans prévenir? Bah ouais, il avait pas son attestation du coup. J'ai dû mentir pour vous couvrir. Ouais, c'est ça. Faire comme si vous étiez arrivés séparément depuis quelques jours seulement et convaincre William de faire de même devant ses hôtes. Exige que tu t'entendes raison et que tu te reprennes. Oh là là, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Est-ce vraiment une histoire de confinement? Peut-être pas.
Golden elixir.
Oh.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Elisabeth, Lisou. Guillaume. Ah, vas-y. Goulou, goulou.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wollner.
Eh ben d'accord. Cassons-nous. Pas une très jolie chambre. George Washington, il est en bas. Le cardinal, il est en bas. Louis de Richet, il est là. Voilà. Manuel, il ne peut pas rentrer. Émilie. Il n'y a personne dans sa chambre.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers.
Est-ce qu'il est toujours par terre? Non. Ok, il n'y a personne là-haut, quoi. C'est pas dans les chambres. Comme ça, on sait. On va faire un petit tour en bas. Ils sont tous les invités. Il est où mon poteau Napoléon? Il me manque. C'est quoi là? Ok. Oui. Oh. Miam. Sauvegarder dans le passage secret. On peut pas. On continue, allez. La bibliothèque.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Ok. Oh. On a fait tout le tour là. Sympa les nouvelles gargouilles. Ah, il bouge pas. C'est un bug ça. Il est pas censé être là, je crois. Salut. Salut Yosa, je peux même pas lui parler. C'est vrai qu'il fait peur. Moi j'ai vu tout le monde. Hein. Tout le monde égale 2 personnes. Faut que je cherche un tableau. Ah, j'ai déjà trouvé un tableau. Et là on peut entrer? Non, on peut pas.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Je vais regarder dehors. Dans les jardins. Yes. L'œil de lynx. Et je tourne en rond, je tourne en rond. Au fond, on me pardonne. Je suis le roi de l'illusion. Non mais il n'y aura rien dans les jardins, il n'y a personne. Oh, yes. Qu'est-ce que je fais de ma vie? Voilà. Ouais, normal. Mais il me manque des choses. Il n'y a personne ici. Et pourquoi il n'y a personne ici? Non, on peut pas rentrer. Je crois que mon jeu il est bugué, tous les invités ils ont disparu. C'est celui que je peux parler, Georges.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
Alors... Alors... Ah. C'est bizarre, je comprends pas. J'ai dû rater un truc. Il me dit d'aller voir ce mec. Moi, je fais doucement. Il me dit d'aller voir ce mec, il est pas là. L'épisode d'avant, je l'ai vu mort dans le balcon. C'est ici, allez.
It seems like he isn't here.
On va fouiller partout.
The signs of obscurantism. Look, a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though, and leave as if planned. It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Volner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
Comment qu'on fait ça?
The alchemist is a young man. A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
Qu'est-ce qui pourrait marcher? Réfléchis, bon sang. Acide tannique d'Alain. Ou
I think I read somewhere that lime water was used on ancient manuscripts. Let's try it.
Pif. Peut-être pas. Ça a l'air important. Bon, on va utiliser ça.
I have to find some ammonium sulfide if I want to make the text appear by capillary action. Perfect. Here's some. Yes, it worked. Now I can see it. Sir Gregory.
J'ai bien fait.
I'll leave Al-Azif at the landing stage at the appropriate time. Yours truly, Johann von Volner. This is child's play.
Ah, message révélé.
So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase.
On n'est pas plus avancé pour l'instant.
Not surprising. Most of these works are in German, and one in Latin. Longini militis fabulum. Ah, what have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion. Truly, Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance. I'd better keep this one, though.
What? Riche?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What happened? You've lost. Oh, how horrible. Your hand.
It's an accident. To tell you the truth,
An accident? Are you joking? You have lost your hand, Louis. We've got to do something.
It's been done. I've been given treatment, rest assured. I admit that I didn't truly realize the consequences of my recklessness. So, just stay calm.
Yes, of course. But, Louis, it's your hand.
I know. Please, there's nothing I can do about it. I know, I made a mistake, but it's too late now. It was an accident. I only wanted to inspect the place to find my mother and, well, I fell into a trap. The result is appalling, I grant you that, but at least I can guarantee that we're all perfectly safe here on this island.
And you joke about it? Am I dreaming?
No, sir, but let's be realistic. So many world leaders brought together in one place, and there are no safeguards? The error indeed stems from my recklessness. I went looking here and there in search of my mother, and I had an accident. It's my own fault.
Fine. We will drop this incident. Why are you here? What are you doing in my room?
Genre ça marche la manipulation. Ok. Je sais pas.
Sir, perfect timing. I was looking for you.
You were looking for me? Well, here I am. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you might help me.
You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the holy lances.
La psychologie, à mon avis, ça doit marcher.
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
so
you?
Why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me, and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about?
Wow.
Mr. Von Volner, would you be so kind as to calm yourself down, please? All I'm trying to do is make amends for His Eminence's errors. Sir Gregory should surround himself with better people, if you want my opinion, but Piaggi is a friend of my mother's.
What? You want to help Piaggi?
I just told you that's what my mother would do if she was here. I heard you in the corridor, and he seemed to be in serious trouble because of the lances. I'm only trying to help him.
Yeah.
All right, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me.
But
please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
That is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis. Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later.
See you later.
I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians. The fish.
Ah. Ok, je sais c'est laquelle. Je peux aller la chercher. trop chiant ce labyrinthe. Ok, c'était par là. Me semble-t-il. Il y en avait une ici. C'est laquelle?
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is an iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
C'est pas ça.
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible. I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape.
No.
It is clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
Il est où le poisson? Oh, il y en avait une ici.
What about this lance? It's got a spear shape. And the blade is partly made of copper. A barely visible crucifix is engraved on the blade. Lance has a leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
Ok, il y a le poisson, mais c'était pas celle-là.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Non plus.
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip. I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Oui. Sauf si c'est un piège. On va tenter. Ok. Ok, c'est bon. Wow. Rejoignons maman sur les quais. C'est fini. Waouh. C'est-à-dire je me suis peut-être trompé. Apparemment. Non, je me suis peut-être trompé.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Mais non, il peut pas mourir. C'est impossible qu'il meure. C'est le héros. Le héros ne meurt jamais. What's that?
Your nose everywhere here.
Wow. What's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Oh là là.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing.
C'était si
This
calme.
conference is going to boost my career.
Napoléon le
There is
screamer.
no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
What?
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Ah. Frappe-le.
Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't think on getting rid of me so easily, de Richet. Where have you been?
I'm still looking for my mother, if you can believe it. I've been in the manor basement.
Oh my
She
god.
might have gone lost.
And did you find her?
No, not a trace.
I'm warning you, de Richet. I've got my eye on you. I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
L'embrouiller. Non, je crois que ça marche pas contre de la diversion. Tiens. Oh merde. Oh, ça reset le temps, yes. Oh, je sais pas quoi faire. Bonaparte. Oh non, on sait pas. Tiens.
Very well. Fair is fair. You've exposed me. Here. This is what I took from him. Look, I'm sorry. I acted on a bizarre impulse.
I don't know either, and frankly, you have disappointed me. That said, it is not as bad as I thought it would be. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So,
merci.
Are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur.
Allez, dégage.
I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Je me doutais qu'il fallait lui donner un truc. Sinon, je vais jamais être content. Donde está la biblioteca? Est-ce qu'il est encore là? Où est-ce qu'il a sauté? Oh mon dieu, je sais pas si c'est rassurant qu'il soit plus là ou qu'il soit là. Oh là là. Cardinal! Ah, il est pas là. Il est trop chiant de m'avoir donné ça. C'est quoi? Ça. Tiens, j'ai cassé. Et... Oh! Il a complètement disparu. Doudou.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Aïe. Non.
Excuse me, monsieur. Lord Mortimer is asking for you.
Ok.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat. I wanted you... Oh, no, your hand. Damn it, no. So that's it. She's prepared to use you.
What do you mean?
It wasn't enough for her to lose her hand. She had to make you lose yours, too. I cannot permit this to continue. Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons. She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Wow, tellement de questions.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
Et ouais, c'est un démon.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men, and to read and steer their thoughts.
Dans quel but?
What do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
And how is it you help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Ah, d'accord.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
My lord, to tell you the truth, I don't see myself as a scientist.
Well, consider us as a simple species still unknown to most of men. Thus, we are born. We have the capacity to change bodies, that is all.
Ça dépend du point de vue.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you open your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you. If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, You stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you
So
can.
how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men, which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What? You mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
Mais alors... non.
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis.
Pour l'instant.
Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I really have no idea.
Come on, Louis, make an effort. What do you think could be the reason? Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me. You are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your lover.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis.
Oh là là.
But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Je suis ton père. What? Arrêtez.
Well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool.
No.
So make a move, you clowns.
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid. Not so clever
It's
now,
terrible.
are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jacques, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
Yeah. J'ai besoin de voir, désolé. Étiquette psychologie.
Monsieur Peru, I don't even know what this is all about.
It's quite simple. You're like them!
If that's enough to make me unforgivably evil, then I prefer you shoot. But I don't feel as if I've changed. I'm still the same man I was an hour ago.
They will corrupt you. It's inevitable.
And I won't be able to resist, like you are now?
Well...
Give me the benefit of the doubt. Think about it a moment.
So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Je vais te manger l'esprit. Oh, oh, oh. Psychologie, non manipulation.
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. And you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it. But it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice.
On a
You
toujours
know
le
very
choix.
well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Pourquoi je peux pas dire ça? Ah, parce que j'ai pas appris. Je savais pas qu'il a une fille. Je serai un
If I am
demon.
indeed a demon now, as Lord Mortimer claims, then I've always been one, Jack. The fact of finding it out today makes no difference to my personality. You can't choose your parents. It's over. Come now.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Le PLS. Le please.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
To tell you the truth, I don't get much time to ask myself those questions.
Quite right. Best not to react to all this too suddenly. Take some time to think about it all. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain
Ça
herself.
devient intéressant.
You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need
Ça
to
l'était
talk
déjà.
afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax.
Surtout l'épisode
You
d'avant.
hold
Oh là là.
immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
Okay. I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream.
Ça fait peur un peu quand même.
Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you,
you will be able to read their
C'est trop bien.
thoughts. So, if you
Ça va
need
grave
to
aider,
know
ça.
something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Génial!
Hang on. You mean to say that if someone lies to me that I will know?
Exactly.
But that's just incredible.
You still need to practice, though. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Ce que je voulais faire.
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you finish.
Pas de soucis. What? Lecture de l'esprit. Vous êtes désormais capable d'entendre les pensées superficielles de vos interlocuteurs. Coûte 1 point d'essence. Ah non, je peux le faire tout le temps. Oh! C'est quoi croix de Malte? Je sais pas. J'y vais.
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you. When I told you not to try to read Gregory or her experience with demons, it also applied to me, of course.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from the psyches of others. So, I give you a weapon, and the first thing you do is try to shoot me with it? If my intentions were evil, you would already be at my mercy. So be very careful on whom you use the talent.
All right. Please excuse me.
And don't ever apologize, my son. You are far above that from now on. Now go, one more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
What the fuck? Il dit ça comme ça.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Je suis un démon. Oh, Emily?
Emily, what are you doing here? You wouldn't have seen... Mother?
No! No, what's happened? No, Mother! No!
She's ruined my life, Louis. I am sorry.
What were you thinking?
Emma meant everything to me. Your mother destroyed everything by shooting her. She was me, and I was her. Dear God, I beg you, make him kill me. I've had enough of it all. I no longer have the strength in me.
I needed to talk to her. She was going to tell me everything.
I am sorry. I did what Emma would have done.
Get out of here. Why have you always lied to me? Why didn't you ever tell me I was his son?
Oh no. Oh là là, je suis trop nul. Mais comment j'aurais pu... Comment je pouvais savoir? Comment on peut savoir? Vas-y. Je suis un démon, hein, je suis pas Dieu. Ah, je suis tech. C'est quoi ça? Nul. Ok. 109. Je suis trop nul, je suis trop nul. Fils indigne. Fils indigne. Je suis un fils indigne.
I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
C'est bien.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me.
Il faut toujours voir le
Demon
positif.
or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Hold yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
J'avoue. C'est qui là?
Sir Gregory?
Je vais dire tes pensées.
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Non, on peut le faire.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
C'est trop cher.
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true.
Tu m'étonnes.
You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, And I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
J'avoue. Il a raison.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you. Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now.
Merci.
We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Well, indeed, from that point of view, it is better to guide them.
It's rare for a novice demon to manage to stop thinking like a man so quickly. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
I go. This way. Oh.
His Holiness awaits my report.
Et lui, il est bizarre. Hein? George. Il y a l'autre qui fait le balai encore au fond.
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
J'avoue, les Espagnols,
Right.
c'est chaud.
I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Ils ont un pur accent, les Espagnols. Po, po, po. Papa.
Louis, I was sure you would stay.
I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you secretly direct them. How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men?
Of course not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Oh.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Imagine, c'est la réalité.
What obscurantism? By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are. I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress, and to prevent them from killing each other.
What proves that men are unable to evolve without our control?
Look at history. Every time man tries to act on his own, he creates more problems than solutions. You will understand better after a few centuries. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Allez.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play. As well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and make him speak. Then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a
Je vais le
letter to the Pope, as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol, to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Viens là, mon Piaggi. C'est vrai qu'elle est pas marquée sa chambre. Ah si là. Piaggi. Son éminence.
Ah, well. Louis, what brings you back to my chamber?
Mais il est gentil.
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Oh. C'est quoi? Optimisme politique. Interrogatoire. Je connais toujours rien. Vas-y.
What exactly is your role with regard to the Holy Father?
What? What on earth is he playing at?
It's coming. You're a cardinal in Pictori. Why don't you admit it?
Impertinent little brat. Louis, I don't find this conversation in very good taste.
All right, it's coming. Come on, Giuseppe, let me in.
What?
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it.
Trop stylé.
Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me. Right. Well, it's time I got started.
Allez, écris.
Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Oh là là. Good luck, have fun, ça finit comme ça. Ah non. Alors, en état de santé, condamnation des Ingram chez Lord Mortimer. Ah, attends, mais c'est qui écrit là? Changer de tampon pour celui figurant ma devise. Écrire le contenu, écrire le code. Oh là là. Oh là là. Mon cher Giuseppe. Ça doit être le pape. Mais comment je devine? Hein?
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Ah. Si, quand même.
It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Ok. Tampon, je sais pas. HPCF.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Je la connais.
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Ah.
Must be in Latin.
Wow.
Justitia, misericordia et humiltà. Boy,
c'est pas ça.
Brush up my foreign languages.
Un retour.
On it is
Je crois que c'est
written,
ça.
Flore in Domo Domini.
Maintenant le code.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo.
Wow, c'est quoi cette main?
Guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
Se passer du code. Difficulté 10. Plus 4. Bon. Il faut trouver la logique du code. Bah, bravo.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle.
Du miel? Miel?
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Huh? Quoi?
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
EH. En théorie.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay. H. Je suis trop bête, je crois. C'est ça le souci. Chez... Chez J. GJ. Écoutez,
I could pretend that the code got erased during the voyage, as if the letter arrived in really bad condition. That would be perfectly understandable given that it's traveled across the seas, right?
Allez, c'est bon, ça m'a saoulé.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need. Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us?
Whoa.
What's going on here, Piaggi?
The fuck? Est-ce que je fais ça? Je sais pas.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son.
Oh, mince, j'ai rien appris.
How does he know? Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
No.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
I refuse to get involved. That's against the rules, for heaven's sake.
The rules? The consequences of the conference could well destabilize the world order. It's our duty to shelve Mortimer's project, and to accomplish that, anything goes.
Monsieur von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
Est-ce que ça marche ça? Diversion.
He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here.
Bon, c'est trop bien ça.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back in my body.
Bloop.
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Faudrait que je fasse un tour pour récupérer des objets, je pense. Tous les objets que j'ai pas ramassés là. Et que c'est bientôt la fin du jeu. Pardon. Donc il n'y a plus rien chez lui. Attends, des fois il y a des trucs là-haut. Ah ah. Mince. Bon, tant pis. Ok. Non, je viens d'où? D'ici. Ok.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Oh yeah, j'ai trouvé la clé. Oh.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
J'aime pas trop cette chambre. Salut, t'essaies de me tuer?
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something.
Ah, je trouve un truc. Je sais pas. Non, on a déjà vu ça, mec. Louis. Y a rien ici. Il y a le mec qui fait du balai là-bas. C'est quoi ici?
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Jacques Perru. Je suis pas allé souvent chez lui. Oui, viens. Salut.
Leave me, Richet. I want nothing more to do with you. I'll have left within the hour, and I wish never to see you again for the rest of my life.
Bon bah, merci. Des énigmes, oui. Non, pas d'énigmes là. Malheureusement, pour l'instant, il n'y a pas trop d'énigmes. Coucou, temps Eagle. Comment va le Dawn Eagle? Napoléon. Fermé. What the fuck? Ah ça va, cet épisode, il y avait beaucoup de blabla.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in. We have to talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
No means yes. Ou no means no. J'ai oublié, un des deux. Force, ouais, vas-y. Let's go. Bah alors, madame?
You've been drinking. Why aren't I surprised? Do you think you'll find the solution in alcohol?
Get out of here, Louis. I
Madame?
told you not to come in.
First your sister, now my mother? How far will your anger go?
Do you really think I'm not suffering? You know nothing. You understand nothing.
On the contrary, everything that goes on in here is much bigger than you and me. You made your choices and now you're going to have to take responsibility for them. Look,
Yeah.
I must tell you something important. Emily, listen to me.
I'm fed up with talking.
It's about what's happening here. It's about Mortimer and Holm.
I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
I know.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell
Tout le
me.
monde le sait sauf moi.
He wanted to bid me welcome.
I don't understand.
Welcome to the family.
You? You're his daughter?
You?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you my sister?
Yes. Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we... I feel so ashamed, Louis. And that means Emma is your sister too.
J'ai couché avec ma sœur.
Shit. I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke on the boat. Now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
I am one as well. When I think of my feelings for you, that feeling, it hurts all of a sudden. She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts.
Arrête de la
Emily,
repenser.
don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
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 I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you then. Thank you, Emily.
Fermez les yeux, hein. C'est bien. Je pense que vous avez tous fermé les yeux. J'avais pas besoin de le dire. Chut. Salut Sorette. Ouh là là, ouh là. Oula, oula. C'est ma soeur, c'est ma soeur. On y va. Salle à manger, c'est là. On touche pas à la famille. Salut papa.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Well, honestly, my stomach was just turning in circles.
That reminds me of my first time. Ooh, but you did it.
Ah.
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in which...
You act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I better think it over very carefully.
Oui.
Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Je suis un démon, je suis un homme. Je suis un démon.
It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner, the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own, forever. I am a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So? No. What do you choose, Louis?
C'est trop bizarre.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well.
but don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not. Which is you. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Trop bien, c'est fini. Ah. Wow, tout ce que j'ai réussi, ce Dieu vivant. Je suis trop fort. 8 points disponibles. Oh my gosh. Dum dum. Monter science. Logique. Interrogatoire. Et je suis agilité. Je suis agilité man. C'est moi. Voilà, c'est fini. Épisode 4 terminé. Ce sera le stream le plus court du monde. 2 minutes 10. Ah. Il reste 3 chapitres. Aïe 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 aïe. 2h30 la VOD.